across the nation, the health of Irish families is in decline. In this series, 6 families in desperate need of life overhauls go under the microscope and open their doors to the scrutiny of a team of medical experts. Dr. Sinead Byrne is committed to reversing the decline of the nation's health.
We can reduce the incidence of chronic diseases with prevention, and that starts in the home.
Fitness professor Niall Moyna is on a mission to get the country moving.
Unless we radically transform the lifestyle of our children, they're going to be the first generation that will not outlive their parents.
Dr. Nina Burns is a passionate advocate of families taking control of their well-being.
We don't need doctors to keep us well. We need a healthy lifestyle.
And new to the team, nutritionist Daniel Davey wants to change the way we think about food.
We can't underestimate the value of eating good food.
A week of scanning and screening will reveal what's really going on.
I'm feeling it's going to be like a heart attack with the pants I'm getting all the time.
And the cold, hard facts will come out in the consultation room.
We could end up in a wheelchair.
They have 8 weeks to turn their lives around.
That's it. Good job. Good job.
So proud of you. Well done.
The households are facing the challenge of a lifetime.
It's just awful.
You're really not taking things seriously.
All while under the glare of a doctor in the house. Under medical supervision this time are David and Angela Briggs and their children Anthony 19, Nathan 13 and 11-year-old Tyra. The Briggs are a family who are very fond of their snacks.
Crisps, nuts, Doritos, Pringles. Love all them, and I could eat all them without stopping. And I've often blamed the kids. Who ate all the Doritos or the Pringles? They'll all say no, and I'll go, no, you did. No, you were eating them. And then it dawned on me, oh God, yeah, I did.
While Angela reaches for savoury, David has a very sweet tooth.
Chocolate biscuits, chocolate bars, crisps sometimes. Whatever's handy, that I like.
And it seems the kids have begun to follow their lead.
Tyra will be like, I'm hungry. And I go, okay, but do you want a sandwich? No, I'm hungry for this. And she'll reach for a packet of crisps or something in the cupboard. No fruit, bananas or apples or kiwis, no. They won't choose that.
While David works full-time, Angela is a carer for Tyra.
Tyra was born with congenital hip dysplasia. Both hips were not in sockets. Her sockets never developed when she was in the womb.
Regular hospital visits over the years have led to a chaotic and mostly unhealthy lifestyle.
I think it's going to be a takeaway this evening because I don't have time for cooking.
Is that mine?
That's yours.
Thank you.
Okay, brother. And my worries for my own health would be diabetes down the line, or heart disease. You know, I don't want to get that.
Angela also has her worries for David.
I'm very concerned about his health in a big way because he's 45 this year. And if he carries on the way he does, I think it's an early heart attack.
I think really I'm a comfort eater, and that's where the problem is. If I'm upset or angry, something like that, feelings get involved a lot.
A few family members have made comments to him about his weight and how he looked as well, and it kind of hurt him.
You know, for my mother, who was in England, she was putting comments on Facebook, you know, to do with pictures. That got to me.
Their weight really seems to be getting them down, doesn't it?
Mm.
I used to be a size 12 to 14, and I know I can achieve that. I was there before and I was happy. You know, I'm not happy now. I definitely, like all my mirrors in my house, they're all from here upwards, because I just don't like what I see, you know.
You know, I think something that's really positive, though, that we can work with is that they seem really ready to change and they're really motivated.
Being motivated is an extremely important starting point.
Yeah.
The experts are travelling to Tullamore, County Offaly to meet Angela and David Briggs face to face.
I see some really nice cookbooks up on the shelf. Who's the chef in the house?
Angela would be.
You're the chef, Angela.
I'm the chef, but the cookbooks belong to David.
Yeah, I must admit, yeah, mine, but Angela does the cooking.
So you do a lot of the cooking?
I do all the cooking.
cooking?
20 years together and I'm yet to get a dinner from him.
Okay,
So,
well,
yeah.
just see about evening things out a little bit then.
Yeah.
Do you think that you've got good habits around food in the household?
No, they're not healthy at all. No. It's become now a routine habit, you know, so it's like Wednesdays are half-price chippy day and Friday or Saturday is a takeaway of Chinese or Indian, so it's just become the norm now, you know.
So, David, would you say this is an active household?
I'd say the children are active, but I think for me and Angela, no, we're not.
Not at all.
Walking, that's about the best we do.
And how much
Walking around the kitchen.
Yeah.
Over a 7-day health assessment, the family's every move will be analysed, and this information, together with a range of tests, scans and examinations, will reveal the truth about their health. The doctors begin with a top-to-toe examination of every member of the family.
So, big breath in.
They are. Good girl.
Dr. Sinead already has her concerns about David.
You know, he's a 44-year-old young guy who looks a lot older than his years, I feel, and that's largely due to the weight he's carrying. So I'd be worried about a whole host of diseases in the future for him. You can take a big breath in and all the way out.
Nina carries out a breast exam on Angela.
Am I hurting you there?
It's a bit tender, yeah.
Okay. So she does have generally tender breasts, and her breasts are generally quite lumpy. I didn't feel any specific lump that concerned me, but she says they've been sore for quite a while, and it might be worth looking into that.
To get a better idea of the family's habits, the doctors will be observing their day-to-day routine. Dr. Nina is in Tullamore to begin the week of observation with the Briggs at breakfast time.
Sorry, you're not finishing your Weetabix?
No.
You're not hungry?
19-year-old Leaving Cert student Anthony packs his own lunch for school.
That's typically what you bring every day.
No, David, yeah.
Are you a fan of the sweet things, are you?
Sadly.
Sadly. So you think yourself that could change, do you?
Yeah, hopefully.
The boys get an early lift to school, while Tyra has a second attempt at breakfast before her school run.
Good girl. Okay.
Spaghetti hoops for breakfast is not ideal. They're high in sugar, low in nutrition. And, you know, a simple change, something like baked beans with low sugar, would at least have some protein in there, which would be a healthier breakfast.
After Tyra is dropped to school, it's back into the car for Angela.
So would you spend much time in the car on a daily basis?
Yeah, and actually yesterday we spent a lot of time in the car because I had to take Tyra up to Crumlin for her appointment.
And would you kind of eat and snack in the car when you're driving, or?
Yeah.
You would you?
Like yesterday now, I had a roll with ham, coleslaw and onion in it.
Right.
Followed by a double-decker.
Okay.
Followed by a packet of crisps. Because I thought the hospital appointments, you're going to be there for hours, which we were.
Today, Angela is eating out for breakfast.
Very much.
Full Irish, my good lady.
I mean, a full Irish, I know she's only saying she has it once a week, but there's a significant amount of calories in a full Irish, and for someone trying to lose weight, it's not really going to help that way. She also mentioned she'd pop in almost daily for lattes and scones, both of which are very high in calories.
The following day, Nina has returned to accompany David to work.
Do you mind if I just take your pulse while you're sitting there at the desk, okay? Just days you are exactly.
Much of David's work is desk-based, but his warehouse duties do involve some physical activity. Dr. Nina takes his pulse to see how his body responds to low-level exertion.
I don't think his fitness is what it should be. He literally just walked up the stairs, but his pulse jumped significantly in that time.
Today's lunch for David is a shop-bought sandwich.
So, David, is this the first thing you've had to eat today, or have you eaten anything yet?
No, this is the first thing I've had today. It's usually about dinner time when I get something to eat.
So you don't normally have breakfast at all?
No.
And I noticed there's a chocolate bar there. Would you have one every day with your lunch?
No, not every day.
So you wouldn't have anything else with the sandwich normally?
No.
I don't know that I'm getting the entire picture when it comes to food, because I didn't see him eat a lot. So I'm keen to see really what's being eaten at home, because in order to gain weight you do need to eat a significant amount of calories, and we just haven't seen that today.
You didn't eat your lunch?
I wasn't hungry.
You weren't hungry?
No. Sorry.
At home, Angela and the kids are back from school.
Okay, have them.
Angela has a home-cooked dinner underway.
And you made that sauce from scratch, Nick?
No, not this sauce.
That's the sauce.
That sauce.
Oh, that sauce.
Yeah. Tyra and Nathan are not lovers of...
Oh, so there's 2 dinners here?
Yeah, I have to do 2 separate curries.
Why?
Because they don't like vegetables.
Tyra, do you like any vegetables at all? When's the last time you tasted a vegetable? Long time. Kids will naturally go for the, the processed sweet foods, and if that's what they're allowed to eat, they're not going to try anything else. Have them prepare the veg, let them taste them raw and cooked, but have a rule about tasting. Don't just remove them and just assume they won't eat them.
At about 6 p.m, David returns from work. He skips dinner and gets ready to bring Nathan to his karate class.
So I'm watching Nathan, and obviously he's quite active. He's doing this a few days a week, but I've spent a bit of time with you today, David, and I haven't seen much activity. But I haven't seen you eating much either, and I suppose I'm a bit confused. You cut back on food recently?
Yeah, I've cut back because I had a health screening at work and I got the report and I wasn't too happy with what it said on it. The first word that came up was obese. I don't like that word, so giving me a push to say, right, that's enough, this has got to change.
So I suppose it's looking a bit clearer. So the David I saw today is kind of David being good. It's very different to what I would have seen a month ago, is that right?
Yeah.
What I was seeing today didn't make sense. He ate hardly anything. So he has made big changes in the last month already. Unfortunately, he seems to have just cut back on calories, but not necessarily eating the right food. So he definitely needs some guidance in that matter.
Based on their concerns for Angela and David, the doctors have referred them for a number of hospital tests.
Stay like that.
I'm very nervous for David, actually. I think the abdominal scans that he's going to get is probably going to show up something, maybe in the liver.
Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is a really common condition. It's really stage 1 of liver disease, and ultimately if habits don't change, that can become cirrhosis, so the liver becomes scarred when it's under continual pressure. And unless you get a liver transplant, people will die from that.
Coming up, the Briggs family are put through their paces, and some shocking results for David in the consultation room.
I'm upset. No, it was that bad. I didn't think it was that bad.
Briggs family from Tullamore, County Offaly have some serious concerns about their health. Dr. Nina Burns has been observing their daily life, and as the week goes on, she gets to grips with the full extent of their bad habits.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of treats in there.
So it suits everyone.
Everyone has their favourite, do they?
Yeah.
So how long would that last?
Could be sitting there for a few days, or they could be gone within a day or 2.
Okay, so it definitely wouldn't last a week. So that would be maybe 2 or 3 days of chocolate.
Yeah, well, I'd say about 4 days of chocolate, yeah, between us all.
What's your favourite snack then?
Crisps. I prefer
like
crisps and chocolate.
Okay. I don't see crisps. Where are the crisps kept?
Down there.
You're giving it away now, Tyra. Look, there's lots of treats over here, isn't there?
We're big into the crisps, aren't we, Nathan?
Yeah. Right. I was pretty shocked to hear that amount of chocolate would only last about 4 days. That's not even a week's supply we were looking at.
That evening, the family gets stuck into the regular midweek takeaway.
They have a chipper takeaway every Wednesday along with another takeaway on the weekend. And then when you add it to the treat press and the snacks in the car, I'd be genuinely concerned for their blood results, and the kids too.
The week of observation is almost at an end. The Briggs have been summoned to Professor Niall Mina's lab for a final set of tests. First, height and weight measurements are taken to calculate their body mass index.
Jeez, the size of you. What height are you?
6'3".
Next, Angela and David undergo DEXA scans to assess their body fat versus lean tissue mass. The VO2 max test is a measurement of fitness levels and cardiovascular health.
Starting treadmill.
Just go off lightly there now, okay?
This is one test that 19-year-old Anthony and 13-year-old Nathan are looking forward to. The brothers take to the treadmill to go head to head.
I'm going to put the speed up a tiny wee bit, okay? Good man, Nathan.
Another 15 seconds and you got this.
Left, right, up the hill. Brilliant work. That's it, Anthony. Good man. Finish it out. Okay, that's it.
Excellent. It's close, but this time Nathan gets the better of his older brother.
When was the last time you exercised that hard?
A couple of months ago.
Right.
It's been a while.
Basically what I expected. The two boys did extremely well. Well done.
Thank you.
Really put in a big effort. Okay, you jump on there, walking. Take your time.
But will Angela and David be able to follow the example of their children?
I'm not expecting, anything special. They haven't been exercising on a regular basis, and the proof will be in the pudding today.
Come on, keep driving up that hill. Nice big, strong strides.
Very good. Heart rate still going up. Oxygen uptake is still going up. Right, left, right, left. That's the way what you're thinking. That's good. Come on, drive up that hill. Come on, drive up the hill. Excellent. Come on, Angela. We want your best effort here now, Angela. Come on.
Finish it strong.
Finish it out. Finish it out. Angela, finish it out. Finish it out. Okay, that's it. Excellent.
Okay.
I thought I was going to pass out.
I thought I'd do a lot worse. I thought, I'd feel sick with having a thing in my mouth. Won't be able to last as long as I did.
Right.
But yeah, I'm very proud of myself for getting that far.
Finally, Tyra isn't letting her hip condition stop her getting involved.
Come on, guys, clap her down. Come on. Good job. Exercise can be of tremendous benefit. As for any child, it's very important that she maintains an ideal body weight, because if she doesn't, she's going to increase her risk for a host of chronic conditions, particularly type 2 diabetes very, very early in life. And obviously that's something certainly that we don't want to see.
I'm proud of you. Really am. Well done.
The experts have the information they need. The family has been summoned to the consultation room. After a week of testing and observation, they're about to discover the truth about the state of their health.
I think some of the news is going to be difficult to take.
I think they're going to be really shocked when they hear some of the results, particularly for the kids.
Dr. Nina begins with Angela.
So Angela, I examined you, and one of the things you complained about was that your breasts have been very sore and tender. And I carried out a breast exam. And so for the reason that the pain has been going on quite a few months and your breasts are generally quite lumpy, we have decided to refer you to have them checked.
Okay.
Okay.
Professor Moyna has the results from the lab at DCU.
Angela, starting with you, your weight at the moment is 106 kilos and your body fat is 42%. So 42% of your body weight of that 106 kilos is composed of fat. Your BMI is 36, and that puts you not just as obese, but you're class 2 obese.
Okay.
David, if we take a look at yours, your body weight first of all is 94 kilos, and of that 32% is fat. Now for a male of your age, I would like to see that below 15%. And again, your BMI puts you at class 2 obese as well.
Next, Niall has the results of the fitness tests.
Angela, we'll start with you. Your result puts you in the bottom 5% for fitness for a woman of your age. And David, your test placed you in the bottom 1% of men your age. In reality, you're just above the frailty threshold. You are so deconditioned.
Yeah, I'm really shocked by that and upset. That it's that bad. I didn't think it was that bad.
Dr. Sinead has been analysing David's blood results.
We did check your cholesterol. The bad cholesterol we call LDL, and that bad cholesterol is often a cause of these fatty plaques to build up in your arteries. That was high, causing you to be at increased risk of a heart attack down the line. And what was more worrying was the good cholesterol. We like that to be high, and that's HDL, and yours was low. You have a sort of a dangerous picture building up.
Dr. Nina has the results of David's abdominal scan.
There was fatty infiltration of your liver. Now, you're not quite at the level of what we would call hepatitis, but your liver has swollen slightly, so you've moved on a little bit from fatty liver. And I think what was even more worrying is your pancreas, which is the organ on the other side of the top of your stomach, was also slightly swollen and fatty. And that's a real reflection of that the lifestyle hasn't been great. But there's sort of a perfect storm brewing. The combination of high triglycerides and fatty change really puts you at risk of a condition called pancreatitis, which can be a really serious condition where the pancreas becomes swollen and almost starts to digest itself, and it can be a really critically severe illness. So I think it's really important to say to you that lifestyle needs to change. Fatty liver is reversible with lifestyle, but it's really important that you make a change now.
Dr. Nina has news on Angela's blood tests.
So your bloods also show high cholesterol. Your bad cholesterol is up. And so that again is the one that puts you at risk of hardening of the arteries. On top of that, there were other bloods were abnormal. So your vitamin D levels were extremely low. And that's really important from a bone health point of view. We need to figure out how to bring that up.
Okay, yeah.
Your iron was low and your folic acid was low. You know, folic acid is actually relatively easy to get in a healthy diet. So I think these bloods are a true reflection of the kinds of food that you're eating.
Kind of taken back.
Look, it doesn't end there.
No.
Angela, we took blood sample of Nathan just as an example of all the family. We just picked his to see what his bloods would be like. And I'm afraid in the blood sample it showed his cholesterol was actually elevated, high. Now he is a really young boy, a very active, fit child. So it is shocking that his cholesterol is up.
Yeah.
And that is just, to me, a pure indication of what he's consuming.
Yes.
If he's starting now with cholesterol, what's he going to be like in 10 years' time? His vitamin D levels were shockingly low as well. The other thing I saw in his bloods was that his iron levels are low, and again, that's just not surprising with the diet he's consuming at the moment. We didn't test Tyra, but I would imagine her bloods, it would make sense that they'd be very similar to Nathan's because she's consuming a very similar diet. In fact, you know, she's in a position where she's not taking as much exercise, understandably, so you know, the picture might be even a little bit worse there, yeah.
Finally, Angela and David are joined by the children in the consultation room. With Anthony and Nathan both at the top of their game in terms of fitness, it's their nutrition that Daniel wants them to focus on as a family.
We need to cut out the fizzy drinks, the biscuits, the takeaways, and all the convenience foods. And we need to replace those with healthy snacks and more fruit and vegetables. David, I know you don't like to cook, and what we need to see is an individual responsibility within each member of the household, and that's the same for you as well, David.
Well, I'm feeling very shocked and upset by the results. I'm worried. I knew I was unfit, but I didn't know it was that bad.
Seeing it there on the screen, it puts it all into perspective that we need to change as a family.
David and Angela have been ordered to lose 5 to 10% of their body weight in order to reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes and other chronic illnesses. Follow a fitness plan to protect their cardiovascular health. To control their cholesterol, the whole family must follow a healthy nutrition plan and cut out junk food. Coming up, Angela embraces the new healthy lifestyle.
I'm very excited.
And David's motivation wavers.
There's no more excuses. You have to take control.
Briggs have been living an unhealthy life, heavily dependent on takeaways. The experts have given them some shocking news.
David, you're just above the frailty threshold. You are so deconditioned.
I didn't think it was that bad.
And now they have 8 weeks to turn their lives around. Back in Tullamore, the Briggs are coming to terms with their low-carb, low-sugar food plan.
Yes, I'm going to eat everything on there.
But not everyone is quite as open-minded.
Maybe a few tweaks on there.
What, you can't tweak anything.
don't like tuna, so I won't be having that. I'll have to change it for something.
Would you have to have salmon as well?
Before they begin their new healthy lifestyle, they must clear the house of temptation.
Oh, the after eights? Oh, I thought you meant... Oh, that's empty anyway.
Prove, show.
Get your hands up. Get your hands up. There might be 1 or 2 left.
Well, then it's not empty.
Oh, sorry, I thought they were.
The Briggs have been given a personalised exercise plan, but they have also come up with their own cunning plan to get more exercise. A puppy.
It'll give us something as well to focus on within the next few weeks and a few months of going for walks. Good girl.
Angela is determined to find new ways to get vegetables into the children.
The thing that really got to me as a mum is hearing Nathan's results with regards having his cholesterol a bit high. As a mum, you want to protect your children from everything, so yeah, it really did. It took me back. The soup I'm making is a mixture of different vegetables. I have leeks, peppers, carrots, courgettes.
It's week 2, and Angela is hitting the gym.
I haven't exercised in over 20 years, so I'm just really, really nervous now.
But she's finding the prospect of her first workout slightly intimidating.
I was thinking, oh my good God, those girls are so fit. And they're just doing it with ease, you know, and I'm looking at them going, God, can I get to that stage, you know, so I'm hoping I can.
Need the hip height. Nice little stretch, okay? Nice and controlled again. That's 2. Straight up, just like me, and down. Okay? This time we can have a lie down on the bench. You okay?
I'm wrecked after that.
Wrecked?
Yeah.
Warm-up's nearly finished. Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's very sore on my arms.
That's it, all the squats done. All right? Super, we're flying it. And through the nose, now we're talking. Great stuff. That's great.
Oh, I can
2.
feel it.
Yeah, you're meant to feel it. 3. Let's get 6 done, okay? That's it.
I'm wrecked, I really am. My back is killing me.
Okay. Doing really well.
Yeah.
Super work.
It's 3 weeks into the programme, and while Angela continues her new fitness regime, it seems that David hasn't even started.
Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get to do any exercise, apart from walking when around at work, because that keeps me busy, and lifting. But I've not really had a chance to do any exercise yet. But I will be doing some. I will be getting into it, and as soon as I get time and everything, once the things calm down.
Having got word of David's lack of effort, Niall is wasting no time in taking action.
This opportunity isn't going to present itself too often, so it's up to him to avail of it, and if he doesn't, well, he's the guy that's going to be losing out. How's David?
Surprise, surprise.
Surprised to see me, are you?
I am.
How are things?
You know, not too bad.
Not too bad?
Yeah, so not doing too bad.
What's not too bad now?
Doing all right, plodding on, you know.
Yeah.
Getting on with the programme. Could do it a bit more, actually get my ass into gear and doing the swimming though. I've not had time to do that, unfortunately, but...
You know, to be honest, for me, that's very disappointing to hear that. That's so disappointing. So disappointing. I mean, you can hide them, we can make excuses, you know, all day.
Yeah.
But we're talking about your health.
Yeah, something I need to do.
But we talked about this 3 weeks ago, and here I am, and I'm not getting the impression there's been huge changes.
I agree.
All right, well, I'm going to give you an example of how you can get it in. We're going to walk home now.
All right.
You're going to be so disappointed. You have to start.
Yeah.
You're going to have to find ways, small little ways, to get this into your life. You would walk in the door after a 15, 20-minute walk, feeling invigorated.
Yeah.
That's mentally. Never mind all the physical benefits it's having as well. We're 3 weeks into this. There's no more excuses. You have to take control.
Yeah.
The most frequent excuse that people give for not exercising is lack of time. Well, if you can't find time for your health, well, I think you've really got to ask yourself some serious questions, and I think David is currently doing that.
Do myself harder, push myself, make sure that I am doing it, yeah. And especially the kids.
Yeah.
You know, the kids are the main thing in my life. That's what I live for, really.
Yeah.
And I need to do more.
It's 4 weeks into the programme, and following a referral from Dr. Nina, Angela has an appointment for a mammogram.
I'm feeling Very nervous because I've never had a mammogram done before. But I just hope the results are everything's okay and there's nothing there to be worrying about.
It's a little bit worrying in that Angela has been attending with various chronic pains, but an ongoing feature is breast tenderness.
Just turn your head around.
So I really think, you know, given that she is in her 40s, that this is going on a while, I think it does warrant at least being checked out at this stage.
The x-rays penetrate the breast tissue, and what we're looking for is the detection of any asymmetry or distortion on the imaging that may alert us to a sinister lump or lesion within the breast.
The mammogram is complete, and having had the opportunity to analyse the results, the doctor has news for Angela.
So the good news is there's no mammographic evidence of cancer in either breast. So the cause of your discomfort is nothing breast cancer related.
I'm delighted with that now. It's kind of giving me a bit of a relief in that, you know, because I was worried coming here this morning and thinking all sorts and that, like, you know, so no, I'm delighted about that, so good. Thank you very much.
Back in Tullamore, it's week 5, and in the 2 weeks since Niall's intervention, it seems the message has finally sunk in.
I was better when I was younger.
And David is on the move.
I'm losing weight slowly, but surely. It's all going the right way down. I've stopped snacking as much, stopped eating crappy food, walked to work a few days, been swimming more, enjoying it, so yeah, it's all good.
A week later, things take a turn for the worse when unexpected illness strikes Leaving Cert student Anthony.
There was a lot of tightness in my chest and it was very sore, as if someone had punched me.
I actually thought he was having a panic attack and I just told him to just relax and take deep breaths. But he couldn't, and the pain then got more intense and got into the left arm. So I was very concerned then, and we took him straight to A&E.
Anthony has been diagnosed with a collapsed lung.
Called a primary spontaneous pneumothorax, and they called it that because nothing had caused it. There was no chest infection or anything. It just happened magically overnight.
After a period of rest, the lung has begun to re-inflate, and Anthony is able to get back to his studies.
A lot of life things, you know, they're very stressful. You're finding it difficult then to try and stay on programme, and I kind of fell off the wagon.
To offer Angela some support, nutritionist Daniel Davey makes a call.
We did have 2 takeaways when that happened, because I just felt really bad and really low.
You shouldn't feel any guilt. You shouldn't feel like anything is derailed. You feel negative about it, then you're more likely to do something like have another takeaway, or not go for that walk, or feel like it's not worth keeping the work and effort up for, where that isn't the case at all. But just try and stay in control of the things that you can control.
Okay.
Good one.
Chat to you again. Thanks.
Okay. Bye.
It's kind of hard. You know, but I have to think of the future and the kids' health and my own health and where I want to be. You know, so I know what I have to
do. Coming up, the family try to make up for lost time with their food plan, and the results. Will there be any good news for the Briggs on their return to the consultation room? Briggs are trying to turn their health around. After the upset of her son Anthony's health scare, Angela found it hard to stay on track with cooking 7 days a week. So Daniel has arrived in Tullamore to see if he can find a solution.
You're not going to cook tonight.
Oh, brilliant.
David, you're going to do some cooking tonight.
Oh, surprise.
David will be making Angela a home-cooked meal for the first time in 20 years. And on the menu tonight is a Thai chicken curry with plenty of vegetables.
Nice smells coming from that.
Okay, we better go easy on the curry paste then.
I'd say that'll be enough for me.
Are you sure? Yeah? Okay. You're the boss.
There's nothing wrong with his cooking skills. It's just a matter of him opening up his mind and getting to it and committing to making some of these meals.
Finally, it's time to plate up, but David's portion sizes are a little wide of the mark.
I've cut back the rice The greatest proportion should always be the vegetable, complemented with the chicken, and then the carbohydrate or the whole grain can be the smaller portion. And no harm even to have a smaller plate to begin with. I think that's a good place to start.
Daniel might be impressed, but will David's efforts be appreciated by his family?
Oh, it's lovely. That's really nice, isn't it? Well done.
Tyra.
Tyra's all... You're digging in there, aren't you?
I like the sauce.
Thank you, Baba.
With less than 2 weeks to go in the 8-week programme, it's obvious that Angela has found her rhythm in the gym.
I love the gym, which I thought I'd never say before, but yeah, I do like the gym.
The rest of the family are also following the experts' advice to help out in the kitchen.
So sorry, what are we making?
We're making a spaghetti bolognese.
And even the dog is getting some exercise. The Briggs are putting in their best efforts, but Dr. Nina has one more challenge for Angela and David.
So this is the pen cam. I'll turn it on, and then this is the lens here.
Okay.
I'll have it all recording, so it's just a matter of pointing it.
The temptation test.
So Maisie, you're going to call to the family and tell them that you are there because there's a new Chinese opening up in the town, and you're going to offer them a fantastic deal. They're going to get 2 starters, 2 mains and a drink for €12. I want you to really try and sell it to them. This is a family that we're extremely fond of takeaways. I want to make sure that they can resist.
Okay.
And hopefully they will. Here we go.
With the help of some secret filming, Dr. Nina wants to find out if the Briggs can resist a takeaway. If they can, then the hope is that they really have changed their ways. But as the temptation test begins, Angela is unexpectedly heading out.
Sorry, could I just have 2 minutes of your time?
What is it about?
There's a new takeaway opening in town.
Not interesting because we're actually doing a TV programme show which we haven't done takeaways in months.
Are you sure? Because the deal's only on for a week.
No, we're on TV treating the doctor in the house, so we're not doing takeaways.
Okay, right, well, thanks very much. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you if you're on a rush.
She hasn't even listened to her. She said no straight away. Well done, Angela.
With Angela over the line, it's time to see if David will follow suit.
Hi, I just wonder if I could talk to you for a minute.
One minute. For a minute now.
Oh, it'll only be quick, don't worry. There's a new takeaway opening up. It's a Chinese takeaway, just want to have a look at the menu. So we have a family deal and then we have just a deal for 2.
Fortunately, we've got to stay away from the takeaways and stuff like that. I don't know if the wife can explain to you.
Fantastic.
Oh, so you can't get a takeaway? Oh, okay. That's a shame because the deal is so good value.
I know I love Chinese as well.
Oh no, I'm a fan as well.
Well, we'll finish filming soon, so yeah.
Well, you should definitely check it out anyway.
No, we will.
That worries me just a little bit.
Okay, well, thanks very much.
No problem.
Bye-bye, have a good day. No, don't worry.
Time for Dr. Nina to break cover.
Hello, David. How are you?
Hello, surprise, surprise.
So you just had someone call to your house offering you Chinese food. And I was very glad to hear that you turned her down because that was your temptation test. And I have to say you did pass. Well done. You turned down the Chinese, as did Angela before you, so that was great. However, one thing worried me a little bit is that you did say to her that you were filming, but it would be finished in a few weeks and that you would check out the menu then. And I think it's just really important to remind you, David, this isn't just 8 weeks, this is the rest of your life. So
I just said that just to really get away from him.
But well done, you passed your temptation test.
The 8 weeks are almost at an end. It's time for the family to return to Professor Niall Moyna's lab for their final tests. Blood samples are retaken. David and Angela are weighed and calipers are used to measure their body fat.
37.4. David and Angela were almost rock bottom. Are you ready? So there's only one way they can go. If they put any sort of effort in at all, we should see substantial improvements in their cardiovascular fitness and also a decrease in their body weight as well.
Finally, it's time for Angela to retake the VO2 max test.
Best effort now. Finish out the minute. That's good, Angela. It's very, very good. Great work.
Keep pushing.
Well, let go for 20 seconds, Angela. Let go.
Excellent work, Angela.
Finish it out. Finish it out. Finish it out. Okay, you want to stop? Okay, let's stop the test. Up straight, Angela, up straight, just walking. Let go. How does that feel compared to the last day?
I think I did better this time round.
Okay, Dave.
Next up is David.
That's good. The wonderful thing about the tests today is that they don't lie. We will know whether David put the effort in or not.
Heart rate 142, speed 6, grade 6.
Right with the arms. That's it, David. Go right with the arms, left, right, up that hill. Good man. Let's finish out this minute now. Come on. Finish it out. Come on now, David. You're finished there. Tight seal, we're nearly there. What's the heart rate? Now you grab from when you want to stop, okay? It's up to you now at this stage. Okay, that's it. Keep walking, keep walking. Really slow, really slow. How do you feel? Good. Data would indicate that they give a really, really maximal effort, and that's all you can ask for.
The 8 weeks are at an end, but will the Briggs have done enough to gain control of their health? The family return to the consultation room.
I'm more nervous for Angela because I know she's put a lot of effort into this. If she's happy with the progress, then I'll be happy.
I'm very anxious, actually. I'm more anxious than I was when we first came here 8 weeks ago.
David and Angela were asked to lose 5 to 10% of their body weight in order to reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes and other chronic illnesses. Follow a fitness plan to protect their cardiovascular health. The whole family were advised to follow a nutrition plan and cut out junk food to lower their cholesterol. First, Niall has Angela's results.
When we started, you weighed 106 kilos. The good news is that you have lost 6 kilos, which is roughly a stone.
Great, yeah.
Your BMI has also decreased from 36.25 down to 34.7. You have now gone from being class 2 obese to being class 1. Now, I know you don't want to be in any class of obesity, but the important thing is that you're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Any drop in obesity class has profound overall positive impacts on health. It dramatically reduces your overall risk of dying. It reduces your risk of developing cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, stroke, sleep apnea, and the list goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
You should be very, very proud of that, and well done.
I am.
So with your increased levels of physical activity and the amount of time you're spending in the gym, your fitness levels have increased by 7%.
Right.
Now, that is a significant increase for someone who's starting from the low base where you were.
So Angela, your good cholesterol has gone up and your bad cholesterol has come down slightly. So the important thing to say is the combination of your cholesterol coming down, the weight loss, the increased exercise, shows that things are all going the right way.
Yeah. 8 weeks ago, David, the message we were trying to get through to you was that your body was really in trouble. Up until very recently, we weren't sure whether that message was getting through to you. Your blood test results, however, indicate that it is getting through. Your cholesterol, in particular, has improved. A part of your cholesterol that's really important, called the triglycerides, have come down. They've actually decreased. So that's a measure of the amount of fat circulating in your blood. And there's been a 25% improvement in that. Now, that is absolutely brilliant. That's completely the right direction we want your cholesterol going in.
David, you had a problem getting yourself motivated to exercise at the beginning. And I know I had to come down a little bit hard on you. The big question is, did it have an impact? Your cardiovascular fitness level has improved by 50%. David, you have lost 5 kilos, which is great news. And if you take a look at the screen, your BMI has been reduced from 35 to 33. So congratulations. How do you feel about that?
Very good. I'm very pleased that I've lost weight and everything's gone down. I mean, any loss is a good thing, but yeah, there's always more room for improvement.
As the boys were already very fit 8 weeks ago, they have not been retested. But Dr. Sinead has an important message for Anthony.
Anthony, you developed a condition called a spontaneous pneumothorax. You know, this is a rare condition, but it happens in young men just like yourself. It may happen again in the future, but the message I want to give to you is to reassure you that This shouldn't hold you back in any way.
So Angela and David, life is chaotic and I know you're very busy, but we need to continue to make a huge effort with our diet. You've taken the first step in breaking bad eating habits. Health is all about balance, and if we're getting enough physical activity, then an odd treat or even a takeaway every now and then is not going to damage our health.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well done.
Well done. Well done.
I'm actually thrilled. We're in a good routine now, and I think we need to just keep it that way.
A week on, and the Briggs are taking the experts' advice to find time for family activities.
There are positive changes in their bloods, there's positive changes in their fitness, they have lost some weight. I think overall the family have made big strides forward in their health, and they are starting to feel the benefits of that.